Over the past year, I referred to the studies that tell us about toxic chemicals contained in all the plastic we use. I've brought up the dangers of using plastic for food storage and in the microwave. I've mentioned the studies showing that plastic is in our brains. I've brought up the studies showing plastic recycling does not work and never will work. Today, I want to focus on a growing plastic product concern, and that is synthetic turf playing fields. These fields are propping up everywhere, and somehow many people think they're just great. Let's look at a couple of facts related to these fields. Turf fields are made from a combination of synthetic materials, such as plastic, rubber, and who knows what chemicals. The materials used on these fields are not regulated, so chemical composition of the materials used are not published. In most states, there are no warnings about the use of these fields. Speaking of warnings, let's take a look at some warning signs you might find on synthetic fields. In Westport, Connecticut, this warning sign appears on synthetic fields. It says things like, wash hands and exposed body aggressively after playing on fields. Turn clothes inside out as soon as possible to avoid tracking dust to other locations. Keep your containers closed to prevent any dust or fibers getting into your beverages. Doesn't sound that safe to me. Here's another warning sign, a heat warning sign. It warns that the surface of a synthetic field can be dangerously hot on warm, sunny days. In fact, studies have found that temperatures can reach over 150 degrees. That's one reason why they say, don't go on these fields in bare feet. Having seen these warnings, you might take some precautions, but don't look for any warning signs on any fields in New Jersey. They are not required. What you will see in New Jersey are all kinds of restrictions listed on signs to prevent damage to the fields. For example, the Madison Recreation Center field has the following sign. Note that the restrictions and warnings are all designed to prevent you, the user of the field, from harming the field. There is no warning that the materials used to create the field might be harmful to those who use it. Another example is the sign at the Lum Field near the Lum School and the Chatham Police Department. Nothing but water is permitted. You don't want any stains from any grape juice on those plastic fields. Don't plan on sitting during your child's soccer games. No chairs. And no umbrellas. If you reach down with your hand and your fingers at the Lum Field, this is what you pick up. As with many topics, the lines have been drawn between those who are concerned about the environment, health, climate change, and those making money from the production of products that are, at a minimum, questionable in terms of safety. I could continue, but I think it is better to provide you with advice from the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. They identify the following tips for safety on artificial turf surfaces. Here are a few. Avoid use on very hot days. Monitor young children to prevent accidental ingestion. Always wear shoes on artificial turf. And wash your hands before eating or drinking or adjusting your mouth guard if you're playing a sport where you need it. Clean cuts and abrasions immediately. Brush your hair thoroughly after you use these. Remove your shoes and your clothing so that you don't track any into your car and into your house. Shower immediately playing. Vacuum up anything infill that comes into your house. It's endless. Here's the most important one. Post a safety warning outside the field that includes tips for safer play. That shouldn't be so hard to do. I'm going to ask my town to do it. In other words, as I have always say, become informed. Don't listen to the hype in such terms as safe and green and eco-friendly. The bottom line is, know the dangers in your environment, and remember, only you can keep yourself and your family safe. I'm Alan Swanson. Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Real Good News, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode, airing on September 7th. Until then, I'm Kate Chericello-Tente, reminding you that real good news is worth sharing.
Now, Allah is halfway around the world, for the truth can put on its pants. Tell the truth. So my mission without fail is helping you prevail. You got to give the truth a fighting chance. Tell the truth. Beauty's truth, truth is beauty, and it's my civic duty to always write a reality. More than love, money, fame, more than rip on your good name.
I'll tell you something else about the truth, it will
Set you free on the road to truth you take. There's only two mistakes.